Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's Mark and Natalie Newstater with eXp Realty, and in today's video, here are the top 5 things you need to ask us as your realtors when we're out looking at properties. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. It's Mark and Natalie Newstater with eXp Realty here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. I think it's the best city in the world, don't you?
Totally. It is the best city in the world. Look at the sunshine.
Exactly. But today's topic, and this really comes from our partners at Zoocasa again, and the article was Open House this weekend, 5 must-ask questions to find your dream home. Now I thought about this and I'm like, well, we rarely, if ever, have clients to go to an open house on their own. These would actually more be questions we hope that our clients ask us, and we're actually gonna find out for you even before we go look at the property. So here are the top 5. So the first one is, can you tell me about the history of this property? Now that could mean a few things, you know, has it been renovated, right?
Has it been renovated? Have there been any additions done on the property? Has there been any issues with a drug lab, or like all of those things come into play?
Yeah, we can also check permit history.
Yeah.
Actually, anyone can do it, but typically it's your realtor that will do that for you. We'll check into any renovations that have been done, like Natalie was saying. Make sure it's all permitted. If it wasn't, you know, what was the reason for that? So that's question number 1. Tell me about the history of this property. Also, you know, what did it sell for in the past? I would say, you know, clients do ask us that.
Yes,
and
they do.
It's a bit of a challenge because our market has changed so much in the last few years, and cyclically in 10 years in Calgary, the prices are going to be a lot different, but we will be able to tell you, you know, from a benchmark price perspective, how that home stacks up. Number 2 is, what is the neighborhood like? Why don't you take this one?
I think this is probably one of the biggest things that people want to know, because it's all about location. You want to know where the schools are there any recreation facilities, what the shopping is like, what the transportation is like, is there easy access to public transit, and crime. That's a big one as well.
Absolutely.
Knowing if there's any kind of, if it's a high crime area or a low crime area.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's exactly what, you know, it's not like you even read this, but that's exactly what Zoocasa said too.
Yeah, there you go, Zoocasa.
So this is a little bit related. This is number 3, is, are there any potential issues I should be aware of? So what they're saying is, while we may not know exactly everything about the property, it never hurts to ask, are there potential issues that should be on your radar? In Alberta, you have to disclose what's called a material latent defect.
Yeah.
So as an example, let's say a home you're looking at flooded and it was not properly remediated. So this came up a lot during the floods of 2013.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I
had 2015 in my mind. Of course, it was 2013, 10-year anniversary this summer. But you know, as an example, if it wasn't properly remediated, that would legally need to be disclosed. Now, if it was properly remediated, technically, the sellers don't have to disclose that.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy, actually.
Yeah, that seems a bit weird.
Yeah, but we will ask,
Yeah.
and you know, whether the seller decides to disclose ultimately actually is up to them. But you know, obviously, any water intrusion, has it ever been used as you mentioned?
As a grow-op.
Yeah, as a
drug
grow-op.
lab.
Yeah, a drug lab, things like that. So that question we can definitely ask on your behalf. How long has this property been on the market? Well, of course, when you're out showing with us, you're gonna get full details on all this type of information. Generally speaking, you know, if a property right now, and we're filming this in August of 2023, if it's been on the market more than 2 weeks, it's probably priced. What do we say?
If it's not the price, it's the price.
Right, it always comes back down to price. It always comes back down to price, because there's always a price at which a buyer will buy for and a seller will sell for. But you know, yeah, we can certainly look at how long the property's been on the market. Also, we also go deeper than that. We'll say, actually, here are the solds in the community with similar homes in the last 30 days. And here's what they're selling for as a percentage of list price, how long they've been on the market, things like that. It's super helpful. We actually do what we call a CMA, or comparative market analysis, for our buyers too.
Yes, absolutely. And it's a big thing to have in your pocket.
Yeah, absolutely. And then this ties into number 5, which is, what is the value of comparable properties in the area? So I kind of jumped the gun there, but that is number 5. Absolutely. We view this just the same as we do for sellers. We're just working for you on the buyer side. So we'll do that comparative market analysis. We pull what's called a quick CMA. It shows you what the homes that are comparable have sold for, how long they've been on the market, what was the sale to list price ratio. That's super important right now, because whether you're in a buyer seller's market or everything in between, if you know you can get it for 97% of asking price, that's great. Then we know where we need to come in. But if everything's going for 101%, guess what?
You've probably got to go full or over.
Absolutely. And so we go through a lot of these items prior to going out and showing homes with you, and that's in our buyer consultation, commonly referred to as an intake. That sounds like you're at the doctor, though.
Yes, I don't like that.
No.
Here's your form, fill it out.
You know, it's a quick Zoom call that we do with you. So we're going to post a link below to our buyer consultation. So if you're looking to move in Calgary to Calgary from somewhere else, we go through we ask you a ton of questions, but that's for us to best understand what your wants and your needs, and more importantly, what are your whys in the home that you're looking for here in Calgary. So I think that's about it. Anything you add to the list?
Off the top of my head, not really.
Yeah,
it's a pretty in-depth little list. So.
Pretty in-depth list. Also, I would add one. Here's a bonus tip for you: schools.
Yes.
Schools.
I did say schools.
Yeah, you did. Oh,
yes.
Sorry. Short memory. But I would still add that's a very important thing.
Absolutely.
Especially, it doesn't matter what area you're in, because you can be in a new area that has a school for elementary kids, but then you're busing your kids to another neighborhood for junior high. I mean, high school is a little different. Hopefully kids are driving by then, at least by grade 11, so they can drive. But it's very important. Where are the schools in the area? Make sure you check that out, and check out our other video, which is top 5 suburban communities in Calgary, because we go through a lot of schools there too. But anyway, there's the top 5 list. What do you think? Is there anything else you'd like to know prior to going to look at a home, or while you're in the home? Post a comment down below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with someone, and make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you know when we're putting out our next video, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.